Hi, this is Cisco, aka Mr. Factastic from the Gamers Digest Podcast. Today I'd like to take some time to go over how to record your gameplay footage using the HDPVR for the older consoles like the PS2, GameCube, or the original Xbox. I highly recommend the HDPVR as your personal recording device because of its flexibility to record both HD and standard definition recording at a very high quality, unlike some of the cheaper devices you can find on the market. Now, for those of you whose goal is to record gameplay using the former analog connection, if you look at the HDPVR, you will notice it has only the yellow, red, and white composite cable inputs on the front, but there are no specific input and outputs on them to tell you what goes into the HDPVR and what goes out to your television. You will need a few cables in order to make this work. First, you'll need 3 composite cable male to female splitters. You can find them for very cheap online or at an electronics store like Radio Shack. You also need a length of standard yellow, white, and red composite cabling. If you don't have any laying around, 3 separate RCA cables will also work. Next, you plug the splitters into the analog ports on the front of the HDPVR. Then, you plug the composite cables directly from your console into one end of the corresponding splitter. Now be mindful of what exactly you're plugging the splitter into because not all splitters are color labeled. Yellow is for video, and red and white are for audio. Next, you take your own length of composite cables and connect them to the other corresponding end of the splitter cable. These are the cables that will go from the HDPVR to your television. Switch your television to the AV input and there you go. Now you're set to start playing some of the relics from your old gaming consoles. Just make sure that when you fire up your HDPVR and your recording software that you change the source in the drop-down box from component to composite. Now you're set to recording just like you would your HD footage. I hope this video was able to help, and if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below or send an email over to GamersDigestPodcast@gmail.com. Please be sure to check out our other videos and our live podcasts every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at www.gamersdigest.me.